Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for episode 6 of the Dad Sports Podcast. As always, you got myself, Jamar, Phil. What the hell are you showing off? Yeah.
Nah, man. I'm just trying to be a supporter of the Vikings.
let's go at it again, boys. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good.
And my weekend was pretty cool, man.
Just
The
regular,
two of y'all.
football. I'm just trying to figure
I'm
out
making
who's
sure
who.
my
I didn't do nothing this weekend, so I got nothing exciting to say. I didn't go anywhere. Just watch football. I watched my Eagles get another dub. What else is
What's
supposed
new?
to happen when
What's
the Eagles,
new?
we win? We just win. We win again, and I'm happy. And how was your weekend, Phil? How was your Vikings do?
He had to lead off with that.
I mean, I was watching a lot of college football, man. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, man. It's a long season. Honestly, Jamar, that it could be a perfect segue, but we're not at that segment yet, so I won't talk about the Vikings. What I will say was,
Hey,
my
we can
weekend
switch
was
it. We can
good.
switch it up and start with the
I watched a
Vikings
lot of
instead.
college football, watched some NFL football. I had a little family time. Ah, man, no.
Love to start with the Vikings. I'll vote for it.
Now let's start with the Vikings. If just so we, I'm not gonna say not say get out the way, but we'll talk. All right, yeah, I would love for Jamar's commentary on the Vikings. Colin,
Real,
go ahead.
real
Segue
quick though.
us
No, no,
in.
no, no,
You know
no.
what I'm trying to say.
I'm just like y'all. I didn't really do shit this weekend. I hung out, watched football. I'm trying to think. Did we? No, I don't. Oh fuck. He's wide awake. Yeah, not really did much.
That's why we're the Dad Sports Podcast.
Didn't really do much. Watch some football like y'all. But yeah. So, like Jamar said, them Vikings this weekend. We had the Vikings Falcons Sunday night. As I'm sure most of y'all know, unfortunately the Vikings took the L. Which I don't think anybody but Falcons fans, and maybe even not Falcons fans, believed that was gonna happen. You got Michael Penix, 135 yards passing, no touchdowns. You have Bijan Robinson, 143 on the ground, animal. No touchdowns. Hold on. Should have had this up, but I had the Commanders Packers game up. Trying to think who scored the touchdown. There we go. Game details. Excuse me. Sorry. Tyler Algier had the one touchdown. I mean, hey, shoot, he had 76 yards rushing and the one touchdown. The boy McCarthy, 158, 158 passing yards and 2 interceptions. I feel like the craziest thing about that game, there was one
Did he
touchdown.
account for those?
There was one touchdown scored, and the game ended 22-6. The Falcons kicked 5 field goals, or this would have been a 1-point game. You said about a fumble.
There was 2 fumbles. Vikings had 2 fumbles, bro.
McCarthy had 3 fumbles.
He had 3. He recovered one.
Let me scroll down. So McCarthy, wait, no, it says McCarthy had 1 fumble. That only one fumble lost. You got Price, who had a fumble and was lost. T. Jackson recovered one, and E. Wilson, I don't know who. Somebody on the Vikings had a fumble recovery.
Either way. Bill, I think those Super Bowl dreams have come to an end, man.
I don't write them off yet. It's one game.
It's
Say
early.
hi.
It's early, but the team
Say hi.
did not look like from the first game,
Hi.
first half. What's up, CJ?
Say hi, chat. Hi, viewers.
Nephew.
Okay. You gotta go to bed now, Bubba. Okay? Come here. Give me hugs. Give me a hug again.
Nephew, what's up?
Oh, kiss. Okay, go lay down with mama. Time for night nights. That is the first of many well, at least for my son if he doesn't fall asleep. But I know Phil's daughter's in bed and asleep by 6 p.m. every night. But no, we're gonna have to get an episode in where we all bring the kids on for a little bit.
Gone.
But
Nah, she moved the time to about 6:45, 7.
oh,
7
now it's 7 o'clock. Okay, so about when
Definitely.
CJ's getting ready for a bath, you know, if Livy's knocked out. Got it.
Yeah.
Bubba, go with mama.
Let's
Go
go.
CP's.
It's not nighttime.
CP times. I love you. Bud, you gotta go night nights. Go on. Go CP's. Okay.
I genuinely don't think he wants me to put him to sleep.
Well, unfortunately, tonight's not the night. Bubba. Here. Take the ball. Go with mama. Go with mama. Go, go, go. Go. Okay. Go lay down. Night night. Love you. Mwah. Oh, great. All right. Back to it. So, Phil, what happened? What?
So,
What's the scoop?
man, honestly, what you got when you're looking at the game? When you're looking at the game, man, you mentioned earlier, man, it was 22-6. It was one touchdown. Like, let's take away the headlines and really look at the game analytically. It was a defensive game. And you gotta shout out the Vikings defense. Their red zone defense was tough. I mean, you guys watched the game. The Falcons should have scored multiple times. Like the drives, they were able to like put together drive after drive. Bijan on the ground. You mentioned how lethal he was on the ground during the game. I was proud of the Vikings defense, the red zone defense to be specific. They stepped up when they needed to. Hence why there was only one touchdown. I will say, when you have a young quarterback and everybody's labeled like ready, like I had been projecting, you mistakes, but the mistakes are only going to get worse if you don't help him. Now, I do believe they try their best, right? But the blocking needs to get a little better, and that's what it comes down to. But even if the blocking gets better, now I got to start putting blame on my boy. Man, he. I remember last week I said like that fourth quarter he gained that confidence. Like after I felt like
It wasn't there.
man, the Falcons.
But as a team, bro, like not even just McCarthy, like as a team, on both sides of the ball, they are not ready. The coaching is not there. Like this, like McCarthy had no time in the pocket. Running game was non-existent. We've seen that in both games.
Yeah.
They need to figure out that interior line because that is the meat and gravy. Like you can't do anything
Without an offensive line.
without an offensive line. You can't run. Your quarterback has no time to throw. You're off the field 3 and out, and
That
the other
defense
team,
is gonna get gassed real quick.
doesn't matter if they kick field goals, if your defense is stopping them, if your offense cannot score a touchdown, at least you have no chance. And like, yeah, it's early, but how are they going to improve the O line?
I mean, to be honest, so the same thing happened with us. Going into the
Yeah,
bye week, everyone was writing us off. They said, "No, this team's not going to the playoffs. This team is cooked. They're not changing anything and making a run." But
that was because the caliber of players, and we've already been to a Super Bowl and lost with this team. That was where that came from. Our
yeah,
coach has been the playoff coach since he's like been in the league. Our quarterbacks every time he started playoffs. So we start 2-2. It's like, what don't we have figured out already that we're losing these games compared to the Vikings? It's like, what did they have? They don't have any Super Bowls in their history.
yeah,
And this team has not been to a Super Bowl. JJ has not caught passes in the Super Bowl. And like this offensive line has not led them to a Super Bowl.
yeah.
So they need to fix. They got real problems. Us, we had hiccups. As you see, we won 18 in a row when our quarterback started. Like 18 in a row up until last weekend.
Say it
We
again?
have the team. Our expectation is higher, way higher.
What did you say before?
I said what? I said what?
Something about 18 games.
I said after that 2-2 start,
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
won 8 games in a row
Well,
until this weekend.
J-
Well, the one we
Jalen
lost,
Jalen
he was out.
won. Jalen is 18-0 in the last 18 games that he played from start to finish.
Yeah,
It would have been
That-
19-0 if that dirty ass hit didn't happen and he didn't get hurt.
yeah.
But
Like our ceiling is way higher. Our expectation is way higher. Like we should not be losing games. Like every game we go into, knowing our coaches and okay, our offensive coordinator,
our OC needs to.
this is his first time.
The first 2 games ever.
Gave him keys to a Lamborghini, bro, and he just got his driver's license last night.
Yeah.
Figure it out. He needs some time on the road. That's all it is. He's got 2 weeks on the road.
Listen,
Third week, it should be progressing every week.
I'm not worried about it
I'm not worried either. We're the team to beat all over.
because they can bring up Jalen stats week in week out, and guess what? As long as those stats end with a W and another one in the W column, I ain't worried about it.
Like I said, ask Burrow, Lamar, Allen, Herbert, Love, Goff. Ask all them. If they would trade in some stats in the regular season, one season, for Super Bowl MVP and a ring to match with it. They say, "Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's trade," because none of that matters, bro. None of it matters. What did the team do? Nobody's gonna remember how many touchdown passes you threw. They're gonna remember who won the Super Bowl that year.
I agree.
Who's the Super Bowl MVP? Like none of that matters, bro.
I agree.
But Vikings have a big problem. It's a big problem in Minnesota.
Okay, so Phil is not buffering on my end for the.
Phil, who do we blame? Do we blame the players or the coaching? Right now, going into week 3, about the mishaps and the misfortunes that are rising with that team right now. Who's to blame?
Who for the Vikings?
The number one. There's probably multiple things we can put the blame on, but who's the main? What's the main thing right now?
Phil, flip down your mic.
Here we go.
There we go.
Man, my Wi-Fi's still acting crazy, isn't it?
A little
I
bit.
hear you.
And well, if you guys can hear, we'll say it's coaching. The coaching is definitely limited. I think it's there's not full McCarthy.
Hmm.
I kind of as a Vikings fan myself, go with last year. Go with Sam Darnold last year. It was airing it out. Kevin O'Connell is known for a head offense. So that is a red itself. The limited offense. So yeah, I got to blame you to the lack of quarterback.
Sir.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
All right, y'all two hold it down for a little bit. I gotta go
Sure.
see if I can help.
So
Y'all
who's
just
who's
continue
on the
going on.
Vikings this week? Who do y'all have? Who do y'all play this week? Are they coming to town? Are y'all going there? Like,
So this week we find out who the best receiver. Why? Because both two of the candidates are backup quarterbacks. That is
yeah,
Justin Jefferson with Carson Wentz, Jamar Chase, the boy Jake Browning.
yeah.
So, and it's home, man. Honestly, I'm not gonna say I fear anything, but like there's a scenario. That's what I'm looking for. There's a scenario where Carson Wentz kind of balls and
Mm.
Kevin O'Connell is, and what I mean balls, like does serviceable for the weapons that we have or airing it out. Now he's faced with in 2 to 3 weeks when JJ recovers, JJ McCarthy that is. So I think but Jake Browning, he's a seasoned vet. You know what I mean? He's a seasoned vet, like seasoned vet. So
Yeah.
I would be a little nervous for that game. Aaron Jones is also hurt. We put him on the IR, so that puts a little ding in our running game. But we just signed Cam Akers, who is with our team before, and with Kevin O'Connell on the Rams with Kevin O'Connell and OC over there. So that's continuity in itself. I'm not worried about the run game, but yeah, I'm worried as a fan if my team's gonna do good. I'm worried for because Carson Wentz is also a seasoned veteran backup who could come in there and play point guard because we got the
Yeah.
pieces. You know what I mean?
I
We'll
love
see, man.
I love Carson Wentz, and I love what he brought to Philly, and I hated to see him go out that way. And I still root for him forever for the rest of his career. And does he still have that spark that he had in 2016, 2017? No, he doesn't have that spark anymore, unfortunately. But can he still be a Joe Flacco for a team and put the ball where it needs to be? He has the IQ, like that didn't leave. But he's not in the same body he was. We're talking almost 8 years ago.
Right,
So like
right.
we will see. Y'all have the weaponry around him. You do not have the offensive line. Y'all have the defense. Y'all don't have the offensive line. And everything stems from that offensive line. If the quarterback is pressured on 80+% of his time of his dropbacks for throws, it's not a good look. If the running back is averaging in the first half 1.2 yards a carry, that does not help the defense at all. You have to be able to play complementary football for 4 quarters. That's the key. And the Vikings are lacking right now in that. What the Bengals lacking is their defense. The defense is Swiss cheese. Now Joe Burrow, Mr. MVP runner up, Super Bowl appearance, top 5 quarterback of the league, he's gone. So now you got weapons, or you gotta got a luxury car with no driver. You know, you got an like I'm not gonna say inexperienced because that's I'm not gonna discredit their quarterback Browning, but he don't have the touch like Burrow. He's nowhere near Burrow, who the offense was built around. And McCarthy doesn't have the experience. Well, it's really not. I don't want to put it on McCarthy and sound like I'm blaming McCarthy for the downfall right now. But it's really a team thing. It really comes down to coach. And this game is this game levels the playing field though. If we look back, McCarthy had 2 interceptions. Browning had 3. You know, like this is a level game. This is anybody's game, and we'll see. Like this is the time for after the last game McCarthy to say, all right, I'm level it. I'm ready. I can do the small things, make the small things count. With the cards I'm dealt, like there's only but so much we can make an excuse for the offensive line where he needs to start stepping up a little bit, getting out the pocket, making the play. You know, we need at some point he's gonna have to make the plays instead of letting the plays come to him as it's drawn up on a clipboard somewhere in a training room. Like that doesn't equate to what happens on the field, and you gotta do what's necessary. And we'll see if he has what it takes at the NFL level, man. And I really like McCarthy, and I'm rooting for him. But I think right now, this game is gonna be the tell-all, bro. And he has to step up. Like the offense, the Bengals offense isn't going to be firing as it would because Burrow's not there. They still got Chase Brown. They still got Jamar Chase. They still got the guys, but it's not going to be firing the same. So this is where he needs to step up. Hold on.
You're right. You're right. And Vikings fans out there, if you guys into this, you may agree. I want a situation when Bryce Young went and Andy Dalton stepped in for a little bit. Like
Yeah.
it almost invokes confidence a little bit because we're testing the waters with our back. Hasn't been seasoned at all. Got his feet wet at all in NFL. So now he goes down, and you don't want to bench a kid when you already committed to trying to roll him out there so early. That's why I think. I mean, obviously what the coach did is working out, but for Anthony Richardson's immediate future, that's about to derail him a little bit. But when they get injured by themselves, and you throw that veteran backup in,
Yeah.
they all happy. So I'm actually a lot more. I can't say a lot more excited, but I know what I'm getting with Carson Wentz. We didn't really know what we was getting with JJ. And I know JJ Justin is probably a little bit more excited. I know Jalen Naylor probably a little bit more excited. I know Jordan Mason's like now a quarterback's gonna throw, so now the running lanes are gonna be open. It's just gonna open up the offense. So yeah, Bengals and didn't I'm gonna take your words. Bengals defense Swiss cheese. I love Carson Wentz this week. We're not even talking about betting. I love him this week. Whatever his prop is, take the over. Whatever Justin Jefferson prop, take the over. Kevin
Yeah.
O'Connell is bringing out last year's playbook for Carson Wentz. Dead. That's what's going down.
So okay, we covered last week Vikings and then upcoming Vikings. I want to kind of get into the Giants Cowboys game that nobody expected. That everybody had Dallas to win by a landslide and it didn't go down like that. Dallas had a tough time, real tough. They barely got out of there. It was an overtime by 3. And this Dallas team, this defense on paper is supposed to be hanging with the top dogs. Okay, they got rid of Mike or whatever, yeah, but they supposed to be hanging around with the top dogs and not letting Russell Wilson throw for 450, 3 touchdowns. Russell Wilson, we talking about.
Yeah, prime, prime.
That's not what happened. That was not in anybody's deck of hands, bro. And
Yeah,
it really sheds light on. It really exposed who Dallas are at their core. When the pressure's on and the quarterback's gunslinging it out the back, how do they respond? They give up touchdowns. They get lazy in their coverage. They don't get to the quarterback as much. They don't pressure the quarterback anymore. Mike is not there to bail him out. And that was a great game by the Giants. And I don't like either team. I don't have to say I'm an Eagles fan. I didn't want either of them to win. But it just showed a lot of promise in the Giants, for the Giants community. Like, oh my God, we do have something clicking here. Our locker room is getting tighter. Our new guys are stepping up. Scatterbo,
Yeah.
anytime TD,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
ran
yeah.
it in. Anytime TD, he goal line situation, third down, he's gonna run hard. Russell can step up in the pocket. He can't move, as we know, Super Bowl Russell Wilson to be in that whole ordeal. He's regret, but that arm is still there. The football IQ is still there. The confidence has not left his body against that defense of the Cowboys, who everybody thought was going to be shut down, lights out on Sunday. So I mean, where the Giants are right now, would they start 0-2 because they lost to who did they lose to week 1? I forget. So they're 0-2.
Giants lost to the Commanders.
Commanders. Okay, so 0-2 starting off with the Giants. It doesn't look good as to be a fan, but there is promise in that team. They have a real young team and guys that are hungry. One takeaway I'll take from the Giants offensively: Malik Neighbors might turn into a diva, and that's just my take. Because when he wasn't really getting the ball week 1, he really showed emotion about that. You know, he is a generational talent. He knows it. Like, it's one thing to know it and just be cool and like, all right, it's a team game. I'm just one guy. But it's one thing to like, oh, I should be getting the ball. This isn't cool. Like when you start to act like that and teeter that line, when it's time for them to pay him, what's he gonna ask for, bro? He's gonna want top dollar with the top dogs. Yeah, I mean, it's deserved. But if he ain't really rocking with the Giants, he can be out of there. He's gonna be gone.
Bro, true.
They might not be able to afford it.
I mean, he's the number 1 receiver. I mean, he had 9 receptions, 167 yards, man. Average 18.6 yards per catch, 2 touchdowns, man.
He is great. But it comes with a cost. It comes with a cost, and his character will show when it's time to sign and ink his deal. What is he going to be asking for?
So not to tie this into the Eagles conversation, but it is.
Yeah.
Because what I said last week is kind of already circulating by itself. The internet. I had nothing to do with it. I promise. But it's circulating about AJ's real happiness, and nah, it's not on me, man. But like everyone's trying to his body language when he's in his and he's like, "Oh, we all good, my boy."
Of course, when Mama can't do it, Dad steps in.
Crying, so we must.
When Mama can't do it, Dad comes in and just
night.
Literally went in there. I said, just get out, just go. I got it, and she's like, I just don't think he's tired. And I'm like, it's fine. Go. I'll take care of it. I picked him up. I pat him on the back. I put him in the bed. I sat in the bed. So what I do is I spread my legs, and he just comes and lays in between. So I did that and tapped on the bed. Came right in, laid down, stopped crying. Sleep.
Superhero.
There you go.
But we was just getting in to catch you up, Colin. I was saying we were talking about the Giants Cowboys and Malik being a generational talent. And like this is a hot take. He'll probably end up in the Hall of Fame. And we only have a 2 year sample size right now, but he's a great
Not
receiver
even. Not even.
already.
This is his second
We don't
season,
even
is it
we
not?
can't even name who was throwing them the ball last year. Now you got Russell throwing him the ball. He's averaging 18 yards in week 2 against the Cowboys. Like
Let's hop.
but
Let me hop right into it. I don't know if
when
y'all
he
already talked about stats.
wait.
No, go
I
ahead.
was gonna
We
say
definitely did.
when he goes to ink that deal,
The Giants.
will the
The
Giants
Giants.
be able to keep him?
The Giants better.
Will they be able to though? Like, will they, as an overhead, say we got to keep this dude? What is like? We don't even know what he's gonna ask for. He might ask for 160.
If I'm the Giants, I give him what he wants. I mean,
Big facts.
again, I know it's
Colin,
only
before you, Colin, oh,
I know it's only it's his second year, right?
Second year, yeah.
yeah,
I, like,
The Bengals did. Look at the Bengals.
uh, so to compare with the Bengals, because between Neighbors and Robinson right now, I think the Giants could have a Chase and Higgins situation. Two guys that alone may not make so much noise, but together, I mean, you saw what they did. Neighbors 167, 2 touchdowns. Robinson 142 with a touchdown. I mean,
What is a Chase and Higgins uh duo favorable?
if you have the defense to back it up and control the opposite side of the ball,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Because, like you said, you see what
You pay
happens in
those guys so
Cincinnati.
much. You pay those guys so much, and your budget is leaning on offense. Your defense becomes Swiss cheese.
I mean, there is another team currently that
Oh, oh,
that did the same thing, sort of. They got a solidified number one. They didn't draft the number two, but they went out and traded for one this year, or I guess in the off season, and it just so happens to be the team that the Giants were just playing.
oh yeah.
In the
Top
Dallas
heavy.
Cowboys,
Top heavy.
they went out, they traded for Mr. George Pickens, who's
Oh,
gonna be this generational number two wide receiver for them. We haven't seen it yet. Whatever. I mean,
One by
we
three.
we saw what we saw what he did with Pittsburgh with, again, kind of like Neighbors issue with who throwing him the ball
Exactly.
last year. Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, and I'll touch on Russ. I don't know if Russ is back or if Dallas's defense is just that bad that
Well,
you got
Malik is just good.
you got an aging quarterback that can put it up there and make
Moonball.
himself look like an MVP again. Um, but back to Dallas, great wide receiver one, pretty good wide receiver two. I'd even go as far as saying Cavante Turpin is the Jahan Dotson of the Cowboys, a solid number three to have.
Yeah.
But once you look at that defense, I mean, would it have been different if they kept Micah instead of trading him and let him ride it out on his final year? Because according to him, he would play. He would have played without a new deal.
He's
So,
happy with
outside of Micah, they had the couple of the guys last year looked pretty damn good, and I'm sure that was another deciding factor for Jerry to be like, okay, we can move on from Micah, and if the guys do what they did last year, we'll be all right. I'm here to say, that's not the fucking case, cause
They should be
Trayvon Diggs got cooked. Deron Bland got cooked. That Dallas defense did not play the Giants like they played us week 1. Let's just say that.
They can't.
And also, I mean, Dallas went out and got Javonte Williams. Looked great.
He's pretty good.
Looked great. Would his stats from week 1 look
Looking
different
good,
if Jalen Carter was in?
No, 100%.
Who knows? I guess
First
we'll
two
find
games.
out matchup number 2. But honestly, let's just go ahead and give Brandon Aubrey the MVP for the year, because
He's the best kicker.
without Aubrey, Dallas starts the season 0-2 and is bottom
He's
of
the
the
best-
NFC East where the Giants are.
Best kicker in the league.
How they went from Brett Maher, whatever his name was, to fun fact. Brandon Aubrey now has 2 field goals made of 64 plus yards. Every other kicker in the NFL currently combined, 2 field goals made over 64 yards.
A lifetime?
I believe so.
Jake Elliott?
He probably has one of them. Oh no,
Up there, bro.
I don't think that one he hit last year or 2 years ago against the Commanders. I think that was like a 62.
61.
61, yeah. So he's just like we can say a running back is a generational talent, a wide receiver, a quarterback, a defensive back.
Nah, he's
kudos
good.
to the Cowboys for going out and finding potentially one of the greatest kickers of our time, if not of all time, because
They're going to need him. If your offense relies on the kicker,
jeez,
yeah,
man.
yeah, 2 thumbs up for them. But to go on into the
But
playoffs,
everything else, yeah,
it doesn't work. It does not work. But so we talk about Vikings. We talk about. Do we really have to talk about the Eagles? Do
we can touch on it a little bit. I got a couple bullet points I want to throw out.
Hold on, before we segue, I know this. I hope this isn't a tangent, but you brought up a great point right before Colin got back on, Jamar, about the diva status Malik Neighbors may obtain. What I'm saying is, you got your point, your valid, both of your valid point. Why AJ probably would not seek a trade in the near future is because you guys are winning. Well, that's exactly how it looks when you're not winning. When you're not winning and you know our player,
You're George
going to
Pickens or
ask-
Malik Neighbors.
You're gonna, but when you're winning, you're AJ Brown. So sometimes I actually try not to rush to judgment because, like, think about it. We're calling every go back 10, 15 years. We've called every receiver one on the Giants a diva. It's because they've been having cheap quarterbacks. Okay, you know what I mean? Like Eli past his prime type shit. You know what I mean? Drew Lock or whatever. Whoever threw the rock last, Danny Dimes. He was good for 6 games for 1 year, and they contract. You know what I mean? So, I just wanted to make that point. So, to your
Well, that's
question,
fair.
I'm not gonna call Malik Neighbors a diva yet. We got Russell Wilson now. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens moving forward.
No, I agree 100%. Because what happened to Antonio Brown when the Steelers were just making the playoffs and not making any noise? He got to the media. He started talking. People labeled him a diva. I mean, even the year he was with Tampa Bay and Tom Brady, was that the same year? Did he leave the year, or did he get kicked out that year
he
they
was
won
there.
the Super Bowl?
He left the year after.
Oh, so he was on the Super Bowl team.
On the Super Bowl team, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
he ran
mean,
out the year after.
in hindsight, I hope Neighbors doesn't become that. But like Phil clearly said, Odell, major deal, getting into fights with the fucking kicking nets on the sideline. Like,
I mean, if you're a diva, it's in you already. You get what I'm saying? Like Odell was already a diva before he showed those tendencies. Like it didn't
you
just
know what?
happen overnight.
You know what
Winning a
ruined Odell?
that catch.
That 3-finger catch. Exactly.
That catch. You know what might ruin Malik?
That
He's the
the
rookie.
guy.
He's the guy. Like he is the guy. He is the offense. When teams are planning to play the Giants,
They're planning to
not
play
looking to
Neighbors.
stop Russell. They're not looking to stop Tracy Jr. or Scadaboo or Wandell. No, they're game planning around Malik.
He said no.
It's
Okay,
just
yeah.
like I don't want to see him be a diva. I want to see him
Absolutely
take
not.
more
Yeah.
team
Take that
friendly
leadership
deals
role.
when they're not winning. Like,
Yeah.
like you
Hey
shouldn't
guys,
have to
go
win.
out, go out and get me
Be
that
fair.
defense that wins championships. Go make it happen.
Yeah,
shit.
you should like if you start demanding those deals, you end up like the Bengals. Where the Bengals right now, they missed the playoffs last year, and unfortunately this year Burrow's
They're
out.
probably not going to make the playoffs.
So that's 2 years in a row. But the receivers are happy. They're making 160 in their contract, 160. They're good. They don't care. They don't care about if they win or lose.
They're getting paid.
They don't care no more. They made their money.
Jamar Chase already won the
like-
triple crown last year. I mean, he's sitting pretty.
He's sitting good. He don't care if they win another game this year. But
Yeah.
but at that him taking that deal and him demanding that money, same with Higgins getting that deal, it ruined them. They have no defense. The offensive line is trash. Burrow's getting sacked more. Burrow's now out. It all trickles down to this money that's being divvied out. And the Bengals, I don't like the Bengals because they tried to do what was his name on the D line that they
Hendrickson?
drafted. No, the D line, not Hendrickson, the rookie. They didn't want to pay. They said if you get hurt, your money.
Shamar Stewart.
Mark Stewart. He almost went back to college because of that, bro. They was not trying to pay him his money.
I low key wish I don't actually know, so I might be misquoting it, but I think he was getting ready to take that to court, and if he did, I'm mad it didn't win because what a different to the NFL draft
That's
process.
crazy.
If you don't get drafted or you don't like where you get drafted, you could go back to college if you have eligibility.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm assuming y'all heard what happened with Shador, right?
What happened?
The Falcons were gonna, or not the Falcons, the Ravens were gonna draft him in the 5th round, and he told him straight up, I'm not here to get drafted to sit behind somebody for God knows how many years. I want to be in a situation where I could start by the end of the season. I straight up told the Ravens, don't draft me. Hence why he's right now a Cleveland Brown.
Well, Shador's a little different. He's got the money already. Paying the, he's not a regular rookie coming out the draft. Like his dad is Deion Sanders. Like he doesn't really like his I don't know how to put it, but his dreams aren't like he's already made it in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Whether he's drafted or not, he just wants to play. That's all he wants to do. He wants to play. He's being real. I don't really. He's
Stop
not really
staring at my
looking for
ass.
Yo, but these teams need to figure it out. They need a blueprint, and it starts with the more team friendly deals with you paying these guys. It's a team game. Look at Brady. Brady was the one that yo, I need my guys to make some money around me, and then you worry about my contract. Because without them, I'm not Brady.
No me.
I'm not saying Brady isn't the best to ever do it, but I need a team around me.
I need that defense to go out there and make stops.
I need a defense to stop the other team. I need a running back to run downhill. Like all these things come together. You can't be a wide receiver, just one player,
and expect everything to be peaches and sunshine.
All the money focused on you, And now you get into a situation where okay, we can score crazy on offense, but when the defense step on the field, it's like Pee Wee League, and we can't stop nothing. And now we missed the playoffs, but oh, I made my money. I'm good. That doesn't work. That does not work.
I agree. Let's jump into it real quick. We'll run through it quick. We don't gotta touch on much. Hurts 101 passing, 15 rushing, one touchdown. Offense needs to the. I'm not even gonna say the offense. The coordinator needs to get it figured out. We gotta call some deep balls because you saw what happened when Jalen threw it up to Devontae. He went up there and got it. Plain and simple. We need to scheme a little bit more deep passes. At the same time, if he doesn't turn the ball over, we win the game.
We win games.
I don't think anybody cares about stats. And at the end of the day,
We don't. We don't. A lot of people do. Big media and all the shows and NFL Network, like they
that's
want.
what they care about. They want
They want the
4,000 yards, 30 plus touchdowns a year. I
even
don't
though
care.
Russell lost,
I don't care.
want him to throw 450 and it's good.
Give me more of these. I'm chilling.
Oh. Keep adding them up.
And Saquon. Everybody wants to keep talking about Saquon's not what he was last year. No fucking shit. Name me a time where running back ran for 2,000 yards and the next year did the same thing.
Not exactly, but CJ damn near did it. Just throwing that out there.
J2K.
I'm bringing it back.
That's
bringing
fine.
It back. Colin,
Chris Johnson.
You're right though.
He was different, but also,
It's an anomaly.
wasn't
Yeah,
he
he
on
was
wasn't he on a Titans team that had absolutely nothing else? So what are we gonna do every game?
Probably so.
Hand him the
Probably
ball
so.
and let him run all over the field.
Super Bowl that year. Oh, man, I might be wrong.
I don't think they did. I don't think the
Nah,
Titans have a
Titans
Super
never
Bowl
made
win.
it to the Super Bowl with CJ. With CJ, they made it with Eddie George back in the day, but not with CJ 2K.
It's not something you see where one player does something like that and the rest of the team around them is good enough to do what happened last year.
He didn't play in the Super Bowl.
It's just not going to happen. But people want to say, "Oh, Saquon's not even getting close to 100 yards in the first 2 weeks." Motherfucker, he had 88 yards with a touchdown. I'm cool with it.
We won.
He gonna get his 1,500. He's gonna get his 1,500. Mark my words.
I don't care if he had negative 35. He don't care if he had negative 35.
That
Jalen don't care. AJ don't care. The offensive line don't care. The coaches do not care. Philly
Eat 'em
does
up.
not care. Who does what? And as long as there's a W behind it, good week. Great week. We'll figure it out next week. You know, that's all that matters. That's all. The only stat after every week that matters is did you win or did you lose?
Do you want to be Russ and throw for 450 with 3 touchdowns, 23 rushing yards, but throw a game-deciding interception and take the L?
L. Guess what? When you get in the
Keep
playoffs,
keep that, Russ,
you have
because
to
that's not
be
gonna
stacked.
matter. That's
You
gonna
go
send you
home.
home to the couch.
You go home.
My next point.
That's
My
just
next
an Eagles
point.
thing.
My next point. Go check out the old, like, one of the first 1 or 2 episodes. Because there was one player that I called out and said, this guy makes a team, he's making fucking noise in this league.
Oh,
And that dude goes by the name of Andrew motherfucking Makuba.
okay.
Dog. Fucking dog.
Shout out Texas.
Game, just like Russ threw that game-deciding interception to lose in the game. To me, that's the game-winning interception.
That won the game by a landslide.
That stopped them from scoring a touchdown. I thought he was making a house call, and I would have fucking just lost it. But bygones be bygones. He got the pick and stopped them. On top of that, 6 total tackles, 1 sack, and 1 pass defense. The pass defended.
Hmm?
I'm excited, man. This kid, I,
Against the Chiefs.
I'm sorry, C.J. Gardner Johnson. I loved you. I thought you were that guy. And you were that guy last year. The first year
Really?
you were with us, you were that guy. We found a great player to step into his role and do exactly what he did. And like Jamar said, we're talking about doing this against a team that won back-to-back Super Bowls. Got belt to ass in the last one, but regardless, they were still in
3 in a row.
they were
They
still in
went
three
to
straight
3 in a
Super
row.
Bowls. 3 straight Super Bowls. That's nothing to wave a finger at and say whatever. That's no. That's still a team that went out there and did their shit week in, week out, with a little help from the refs. But that's it. Excited to see him blossom into potentially a top 10 safety in the league.
Oh, for sure.
Mahomes, 187 passing yards, and this is not going to be a typical thing. 66 rushing yards, and obviously the interception I just talked about to Andrew Makuba. Again, go back to the old episodes. I said this in the beginning. Travis Kelce is not going to be the guy he's been, and we can accredit that to them being down Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown getting banged up in game. I personally, after watching him 2 weeks in a row, I think he's lost a step. And if it's not him losing a step, I hate to say this, but he's distracted by that pop star fiance of his, man. Like,
Who, Travis?
yeah, like
Oh, 100%.
it. And I hate to see it from a guy that's been dominating at his position for a while now, but
He's had his shine, bro.
controversy time. The tush push.
Oof.
Adam Schefter said, I think Monday during one of their shows, the Chiefs didn't lose that game on Sunday. According to Adam Schefter, they lost that game in March when the owners decided not to ban the tush push. It's a football play, man. Like, there's nothing illegal about it. Maybe other than you're not allowed to push a guy. Whatever. Okay. My thing is,
What I
and
say about it?
well, the talking point of this week. Oh, the Eagles are always lined up off sides. Oh, there's always at least one offensive lineman jumping and being involved in a false start every time the plays run. First off, them being lined up off sides, every single image that I've seen of them saying that the guys are off sides isn't a view from the side where you can see the ball and you can see everybody's head. It's not a straight down angle where, again, you can see the ball, see everybody's lined up where they're at. No. It is at an angle behind the offensive line where you can't see shit.
I just say this.
That's fine. You could say all you want about, they're offsides. My man, go watch every single if they have a side view angle, I can almost promise you that every single tush push, at least 3 defensive linemen are lined up offsides as well. You could see it in images from the Eagles Chiefs game. And they want to say that's the only way we win. Last time I checked, we beat Dallas without scoring a single touchdown on a fucking tush push. We ran one tush push that game, if that.
Bro.
Don't ban it.
refs-
Don't ban it. Learn to stop it. That's all I gotta say. Go ahead, Jamar.
The refs are paid significantly, right? We hold the refs like it's the court of law. They throw a flag. It is what
Somebody's
it is.
gonna be mad.
Don't throw a flag.
Stop
It is
bitching.
what it is. We, as an Eagles team and culture, lost a Super Bowl
On a bullshit holding
on
call.
a BS call of a what they call it, defensive holding. I don't even know how they named it, right?
Defensive holding, pass interference, whatever.
We have to eat that. We have to eat that and say the refs.
Fucked
That's what
us.
they called. That's what it is. Super Bowl's over. We move on, right?
And guess what?
Now,
did.
those same people that say, "Oh well, it definitely was a holding. It definitely was this. They definitely made the right call." Now those same people are questioning the refs on the Eagles tush push.
But don't want to
You
bring
can't
up,
have one of these
but
things.
but they don't want to bring up the phantom roughing the passer call that was called
Oh
and
yeah,
gave KC a first down. Oh, I remember Devontae Smith being damn near pushed to the ground,
they picked up
and they
the flag.
picked up the flag and said, "There's no flag for pass interference."
They didn't pick it up in the Super Bowl. They didn't pick it up and see, oh well, he barely touched his jersey and
But
the ball was
where's the
uncomfortable out
bitching?
of bounds.
Where's the bitching?
Exactly.
You,
So
the only bitching
it
I
only
hear is
matters.
Eagles fans rebuttaling people talking about the tush push. So, oh, well, what about this? What about that? But you don't hear us complaining. Oh,
Oh yeah,
oh, what about this? What about, bruh? Play the fucking game. The refs are paid to make the calls.
yeah. It only matters when it fits their agenda, bro. So
If it's a false start, fucking call the first, call the false
I
start.
want to see,
We'll kick the ball.
the Eagles do a 90-yard tush push bonanza next game. All half, take up the whole half, tush pushing every way because it's not banned, it's not illegal,
Learn to
and
stop it.
you can't stop it. If you can't stop it, that's not our problem.
That's a you
You can
problem.
do the same thing. You could line
But
up the same
but
way,
wait,
watch film,
but wait,
but you
they
don't have the
do.
players.
But they do. And nobody can do it like we do it.
They don't have the players. They don't have the personnel. They don't have the package. They can't do it. It's not illegal, and we're going to keep doing it.
All
We're
right,
going to keep doing it. It works, but
Phil,
I'm done with the Eagles, bro.
Phil, you look like you're itching over there to say something. Take it away.
Um, I think it's funny. You're not gonna talk long about it, and we talking long about it. Man, listen.
No.
It's 20
We,
to
we,
17.
we weren't talking about the
KC's
Eagles. It was then the tush push
Oh,
aspect.
tush push is part of the Eagles. My fault. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But to me, Eagles are the master of the tush push. So you're right. My fault.
I
didn't
agree.
put
I
it
agree with you. I
together.
see what you're saying.
I don't really have anything, but I do see the disconnect that all right, it's all good. But I don't really have anything to comment. I more just want to segue into the names. I was just looking for the right time to
No,
segue into
yeah.
because Jamar said tush push 90% next game, and that next game is actually against the Rams, who actually is performing pretty well based on expectations coming into the season. We knew Stafford's back. Their Cooper Cups. You know what I'm saying, so there was a lot of weapons that they were going to have to bring into the system, and now they're actually facing a real defense like the Eagles. And it's a game at home for the Eagles. One of y'all way? Any breakdown on this game?
Um, me personally, and I hate to put it this way, but that Rams O line better hold up. Because if JC or JD get in that backfield and put Stafford on his ass a couple times, I see that back coming into play. Heavy.
I would say, oh, go ahead.
No, that go for it.
I would say this is Philly's first test at the link this week. The Rams have two great wide receivers, Nakua and Adams. Matthew probably be a Hall of Famer.
I mean,
And
no doubt.
they got this whole line.
Probably not. Probably. No.
Kyron Williams is a good running back.
Don't forget
And
about Cam Akers.
And we got the defense.
No.
Other than
Cam
Adoree
Akers
Jackson.
on the Vikings now.
Other than Adoree Jackson. Yeah, Cam Akers not there no more. It's Blake Corum.
Oh,
Michigan guy.
Corum.
Michigan guy.
Right. My bad.
This is the test for the Eagles because we cannot have an offensive show how we did against the Chiefs. We have
To get the ball
to
moving.
find downfield targets. The route schemes have to be designed to get those 12-yard catches, 15. Like we have to move the ball through the air, or it's going to be a long game. Because there's only but so much we can do with Saquon and the little slants to AJ and the deep ball up in the air. Hope we come down with it. Play style that cannot work against this team because this team is ready to go. This team don't like us. Saquon put 250 on them in regular season, and then we sent them home packing in the playoffs. They're coming with an agenda into the link. And we on offense, we need to be firing on all cylinders. Jalen can throw the ball, but the play calling and the route schemes need to be there because Jalen is not forcing anything. That's not in his character to try to fit balls in and be a gunslinger all game. That's not what he does. But the play calling and the plays and the route schemes have to be up to par going into Sunday. If not, we lose. We lose. It's gonna be a tight game, but we lose.
So looking at the preview and whatnot, now I don't know if this is gonna make a big difference as of right now because there is still 4 days until the game. But wide receiver Devontae Adams did not practice today.
I did see that.
I don't know. I don't know if that's. I don't know if something happened in the game or if that's just precautions. Maybe a rest day or something. But Devontae Adams did not practice today, so we'll check back with that later in the week, maybe on Friday. See what the report is then. But could be something.
Dory practicing.
Huh?
I said Dory Jackson needs to be practicing.
He needs to do a lot more than practice, but we'll but yeah, man, I agree with pretty much everything you said. I think to me this is the Rams Super Bowl.
Oh, 100%,
trying to get their lick back from the 2 games last year, Again, Matt Stafford and that back, I think that could play a big part. That's insane. Arizona, LA Rams, and the 49ers are all 2-0. Again, early in the season, that's going to change, but I think it's crazy to see the NFC West have 2 out of 3 teams, or 3 out of 4 teams be 2-0, and even Seattle's only 1-1. So, then again, they played the Texans week 1 and the Titans week 2. So, that's as much as this is the Eagles' first real test, I also think this is the Rams' first real test.
Oh, 100%.
Was just about to say that. You got
So
spot on, Colin. Spot on.
Let me just say one real quick. It's their test if the Eagles can get the passing game going.
yeah,
Because if not, it's not really a test and it'll be a walkthrough. But that's just me.
Phil, go for it. Give us your thoughts.
On the game?
Yeah.
I thought my fault. I thought I did, man. I think I'm just in agreement, like the consensus of what you and Jamar were saying. I've been screaming it from a joking matter, but then more from a concerned fan matter. Like I do want to see the passing game going because you have, two, in my opinion, two of the top 10 receivers in the league right now. So I would love to see that on display. Jalen's top 5 quarterback, could argue top 3. So when you're not
You heard that from a Vikings fan, ladies and gentlemen. That's not us spewing that shit no more.
Yeah. Nah, man. I'm a football fan first and foremost, man. So I'm not gonna lie. So with that being said, with that in your arsenal, sometimes you want to see it on as a fan, as someone who looks at the game analytically, as people like us who like to give our commentary on it now. My commentary is I would like to see the passing game I did see before. It's not. I'm not asking for something new. So Jamar, I echo your sentiment over there. Of that's really the only for the Eagles. Can we get this passing game churning?
Need to.
Um, defense, defense. What I will say is, I kind of touched on it. Matthew Stafford, the passing game. It looks like they took Cooper Cup out, inserted Devontae Adams. Somehow it elevated, even though to me, Cooper Cup and Devontae Adams similar stature. You can argue one's better than the other. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the value they bring to a team is similar. But at this point, it seems like Devontae Adams' value for the Rams specifically outweighs what brought within the last 2 years. We know Cooper Cup came off that catastrophic injury about like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. But and I know you guys may have a little different take on it, but my take, the last 2 weeks, more the first week, is that secondary ready for the first real passing threat? And I'm not trying to disrespect Dak, right? But you said it yourself, Colin. Javonte Williams was eating on the ground because it's new to exploit the obvious elephant in the room. The elephant that got
the elephant that wasn't in the
before
room.
the game started.
I'm sorry, not the elephant, the rhino that wasn't in the room. You saw. I'm sorry.
So with that being said,
not to jump back to last week,
yeah.
but again, just to give a quick reminder, Javonte Williams or the Dallas Cowboys as a whole had 119 rushing yards week 1 with no Jalen Carter. Fast forward to week 2. Actually, oh shit. Well, that actually. Well, you know what? No. Let's take away Mahomes' 61 rushes, real quick.
Right.
Let's take that away.
Yep.
If you take Mahomes out of the equation, I think they had, from running backs alone, they had 63. So take 66 away, so 66 would have been 122. So they had 65 rushing yards on the ground between Kareem Hunt, Isaiah Pacheco, and whoever B. Smith is, but he only had 2. So in essence, they had 63 yards from Hunt and Pacheco, their main backs.
Right.
So we can see the difference that having JC in there made. Also, after week 1, the Eagles went out and signed Roquan Smith, who I know I'm going back in the thing, but Zadarius Smith, 4 total tackles, 2 solo, half a sack, 1 tackle for loss. You see what happens when you got other people on the field that know what the fuck they're doing. Not taking away from the guys that the Eagles have behind the number ones, but when the guy is there, it's a totally different game. You want to touch on segueing into the next game? Do you want to touch on the Vikings-Bengals game? Because now that game went from JJ versus Burrow to battle of the backups.
Colin, that's on you. Me and Jamar already kind of touched on that. It wasn't intentional, but it kind of segued in when I was talking about the Vikings earlier.
That's right.
So kind of what you're echoing, the
battle of the backups.
The matchup turned. Yeah, battle of the backups. We find the receivers actually, because now we're working with more or less lesser capable quarterbacks. Because they're backups. That's all I'm saying.
But nothing to take away from Browning, because Browning came in and went and threw up 241 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Yes, he threw 3 interceptions, but they walked out of there with a dub.
I was gonna say he could have won the game, right? That was a red zone for me. Someone remind me. Did he win the game? Didn't he have the winning
without his 2 touchdowns? Without his 2 touchdowns, they lose 27-17. Now, again,
Oh, hold on, no, keep that train of thought because I'm about to segue into what I want you to talk about because I got the first Eagle fan to talk about it. So my backup was y'all former at one point, Carson Wentz. Can you give us any insight or your expectations of Carson Wentz play style coming up this Sunday versus the Bengals?
uh, so it to me, going back to when he was an Eagle, it was a very love hate relationship. When he was good, he was great. That Super Bowl year, he was the leading candidate for MVP, man. Like, but after that injury, to me, that injury, as well as watching his backup go out there and just dominate and bring home the Eagles' first Super Bowl, when that was his. Speculation, Wentz doesn't get injured, I think the same thing happens. I think we go in and we put belt to ass. And unfortunately, in the NFC Championship game, y'all were the recipients of that. But I, based off what he did up to that point, I don't see a team that matched up with us and really had a chance. I loved Wentz after the fact of hearing all that. I guess all the locker room stuff came out after the injury because to me he was nowhere near the guy he was pre-injury. I think that injury really took a toll on his mental. Um, he didn't run as much or as hard as he did in the past. He he didn't look comfortable sitting in the pocket. I'm sure we all saw it. That fucking play against the Commanders. That that motherfucker had no business picking up a single yard. He was surrounded and got out of there and just made magic happen. Post injury, you saw nothing like that. Personally, I hope he comes out and shows, for your guys' sake, shows stints of that 2017 MVP season. I maybe not when he was on the Chiefs because it's always fuck the Chiefs, but he looked like that post injury guy in those couple instances of him being um, the guy to go out there and do what he had to do. Now, for your guys' sakes, I hope we see pre-injury Wentz. I hope we see him moving around the pocket, getting comfortable, not being afraid to step outside of the pocket and run for 10, 15 yards. At the end of the day, I think y'all squeeze this one out. I think y'all take down an undefeated team, and it may be a 3-point win. It may be a 2-point win. But I personally think Wentz comes out and does what he has to do for you. Now, at the same time, y'all also had to put Aaron Jones on the IR. And I know, if I'm not mistaken, Jordan Mason has kind of been that guy, even with Aaron Jones being there. So, personally, I think this is going to be just as good of a game. Not better, but has the potential to be just as good of a game with the backups as it would have if we saw JJ versus Burrow. So, that's just me.
This must watch TV.
100%. Again, like I said, it's the battle of the backups, but
I'm saying that.
I still think this could potentially be one of the best games of the season so far.
And just to tie it out before we segue to the next game, I just wanted to put this just for food for thought. I think we're gonna get the playbook. We got Darnold. this week. The limited playbook we've been giving Jay Carson Wentz can open that playbook, be able to rock to Justin Jefferson, pass to Jay, get the ball
To the guys.
to that 15-yard hitch to T.J. Hawkinson, that 5-yard angle route to Jordan Mason. So yeah, to your point, we may sit out, right, squeeze the win out. I do think we passing on display. I do got a quick question for y'all. We might be all over the board. Does the number one overall pick of this past year's draft, 2025, does he get his first win against the resurgence of Daniel Jones? What's going on with this Colts Titans game? Titans have a game at home. Colts coming in 2-0. Daniel Jones showing people why he was drafted in the first round.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. If you play for the New York Giants and you want to do something that nobody thinks you can, get the fuck up out of there. The Colts are the only team. The Colts are the only team through 2 weeks of play. 0 punts.
Yep.
8 quarters. 2 hours of game time. Not a single punt. I mean, and
it's coming versus Titans this week.
And Daniel Jones just putting goddamn belt to ass the defenses, man. Like, I don't know.
Titans are not good.
29. Whoa, they put up 29 plus points in both games.
Oh yeah, but the Titans are not good, bro.
I mean, week 1 was against the I don't even know what to call them, but the shell of what we know as the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say that their week 2 game against the Broncos really impressed me. Because as we all know, talking in the preseason games, we talked very highly of Bo Nix and that Denver team. So now to see that and really think about, like, they pulled that shit off. I don't know, and fucking Jonathan Taylor, I think he's got the potential of potentially being the rushing champion this year with the play we've seen over 2 weeks. I mean, again, he's got no rushing touchdowns, so we'll keep that in mind. But 43 attempts and 236 on the ground is nothing to just look at and be like, whatever. That's nothing. Like, I think the Colts are set up to be to make some noise this year. Now, I could see Cam Ward in that office because we saw stints of it this past week. Cam and Calvin had some connection going on, so I do think this is going to be a game that we definitely gotta keep our eye on, because this could be another Giants Cowboys game.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, Jamar. Your thoughts, Phil? Your thoughts? Whoever wants to go first.
My thoughts on in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee is a bad team, bro. I mean, Cam Ward could be good. He could be the best quarterback in the league. He's got no time in the pocket. Tony Pollard isn't running all over the field how everybody thought he would. That's why they drafted him in fantasy. It's not happening this year. It's all on Cam's arm to throw it and make miraculous plays. Once you get into that state as a team where you need Cam to run out the pocket for 10 seconds throw it across his body and score, you're not winning games. They didn't win that game. That game, like Indy has a system right now where we're gonna throw it over top, we're gonna throw it underneath,
We're gonna do what we
and
want.
got Jonathan Taylor out the backfield. We're gonna hand it off to him. We're gonna pitch it off to him, and we ain't gonna punt. We don't want to punt. We want to score, and they're doing just that. Danny Dimes, is he back? Is he back?
Let's be honest though. Was he ever really here?
Can't say he's back. He never.
Yeah, was he here? What do you mean here? Like, was
That's
he
what I'm
ever?
saying. But we got to give him respect. He was a first round draft pick. Like Jones. He did beat us in the playoffs. I say nothing. But he was. Remember Vanilla? Remember that whole year he was Vanilla Vic. We could say resurgence. We could say
He might be back.
yeah.
Yeah, be back. He got
Okay,
hurt.
So
Back.
so anybody who watched, I appreciate everybody who's watching. Like, subscribe, comment, tell your grandma. You know what I'm saying? When I said is Arch Manning, Daniel Jones, that's actually a discredit to what. I'm sorry. That's actually a terrible comparison right now
Because
Arch
Daniel
Manning
Jones
is
and
Daniel Jones
DJ is balling.
So is Arch Manning Zach Wilson? Like that's the comparison.
So, fun fact: the passing leaders right now, and obviously, one of them is a little inflated due to playing a booty butt cheeks Dallas defense. Russ has 618 on the year so far. Number 2,
Number 1.
Danny Dimes with 588. So
Danny Dimes.
we're seeing we may be seeing the comeback of Daniel Jones. We could also just be seeing Daniel Jones beat up on the bum Dolphins. But to put up over 300 against that Denver defense, that's nothing to just write off as he got lucky. So
Yeah.
I think if we want to touch on one more game from this week, I mean, we could talk about shit. Well, obviously we're going to lose one undefeated team because the undefeated Arizona Cardinals play the undefeated San Francisco 49ers, which to me, neither of those two teams really deserve to be undefeated. They did their thing these first 2 weeks, but Brock Purdy being out, I think Arizona pulls this one off. I think the game I wanted.
I like 49ers defense still, man. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get. But to your credit, Cardinals been looking real good. Like they've been playing like a team.
They've
like
been
a real
playing above their
cohesive
standard.
unit. Yes, like a real cohesive unit. Kyler Murray looking like he's fully healthy for the first time in maybe 3 to 4 years. Marvin Harrison stepping up, but his running game, the two-headed monster, James Conner and Trey Benson, and their offensive line is pushing people. But does that all translate against a 49ers defense that lost so many pieces, yet is still performing above
Expectations.
the expectations set for them entering the season. So I do want to agree with you, Colin, but at the same time, man,
It's kind of hard
one
to.
of those things where it's not like let me think of a name. Remember you guys remember Skylar Thompson?
Yes.
When he came in that one time for the Dolphins. Yeah, it's not like he's the backup, right? We got Mac Jones, a former who's been in the league for a little bit, who's competent enough to get the ball around to the pieces, man.
Which he did at
think
the
this
end
is
of
one
last
those
game. Or did he?
I
No.
think this is one of
He
those
played the whole second game, didn't he?
Be honest, I didn't watch that game. So
I think Mac Jones started and finished that whole second game. So okay.
Okay. So I guess that furthers my point that
It could be a
we're getting
shootout.
an experienced backup. Yeah. But I'm not counting out the Cardinals who look like
Let's
a
let's
I'm not gonna say a serious
let's
team.
let's put into perspective the two teams
Reactions.
the two team
Yes.
the two teams that the Cardinals beat were the Saints and the Panthers. So maybe this is their first
Absolutely, y'all.
this is their first test. At the same time, the two teams that the 49ers beat, also the New Orleans Saints and the DK less Seahawks. So let's not jump to too early predictions and say one of these two teams are going to be in the playoffs this year, but um, we'll see. So here's what we're gonna do, real quick, because we're already an hour and a half
Hour
in.
30.
Hour and a half in. Run through it. Thursday night game. I don't even think we need to talk about. I think we can all agree it's going to be a belt to ass from Buffalo, and just completely curb stomp
I
the
would
Dolphins.
say watch out for the second half effort for the Dolphins. Betters out there, maybe take the spread. I do think it's going to be closer towards the end.
I think I'm going to throw a nice little parlay together, and it's going to be a Bills heavy parlay, kind of like the Detroit one that I did that I ended up getting. But
Mm-hmm.
same thing with this next game, Falcons Carolina. I think Atlanta's just going to do their thing and get the dub. Don't know if you guys have differing opinions or anything you want to add, but I don't think there's much to say in that game. Again, for the next game, Green Bay Cleveland. I unless Joe Flacco just comes out and starts balling, I think that's another belt to ass game. Texans Jacksonville. I think that's a toss up. I don't know what you guys think.
Texans they was too close last week. They getting one.
Do you think Texans
Jags.
get their first win?
I don't like the Jags. I think they're fraudulent. I think they're frail as an organization. I think they're a severe, because I know you could say that, like, you could apply that every team to some degree, but them specifically a very hot and cold team, and those finicky teams never last. They flame out real quickly. So give me
However,
Texans that have a little bit stronger structure.
rushing leaders right now. Number one, like we said, Jonathan Taylor with 236. Number two on that list is Mr. Travis Etienne with 214. So if Jacksonville sticks with a run heavy scheme, that could be a game. But I do kind of agree.
But they won't,
think
and they can't because they. Go ahead, my fault.
I think the Texans edge just went out. Again, I think it's another close game, but I agree with you, Phil. It's leaning Texans. Jamar?
Texans all the way.
We already touched on this one. Cincy, Minnesota. I don't think we really gave our opinions though. I know I said I think Minnesota edges it out.
I think we agree. Yeah, I think we all agree with you here.
Okay. Battle of the Mid. Pittsburgh, New England. I think
Pittsburgh pulls it off.
I was gonna say I think Aaron Rodgers does his thing and gets this one taken care of pretty quickly and easily.
Yeah.
Bill?
Yeah. Yep.
Eagles, Rams. I think we're all in agreement. Whoever gets their shit figured out is gonna come up on top. Tampa Bay versus the Justin Fieldless Jets.
Yeah.
I think Tampa Bay just
Give me
it's
Baker.
kind of easy.
Well, Tyrod, don't sleep on Tyrod Taylor. Man.
Oh, is Tyrod their backup?
Another backup I wouldn't mind.
Okay,
Yes, another backup I wouldn't mind having.
that's fair. I didn't think about that. So maybe that makes it a little bit of a closer game, but at the end of the day, I think we all agree Tampa Bay and Baker pull that out.
Yes. Yes.
Indy, Tennessee, we touched on. We kind of all all were in agreement that Indy probably pulls this one off because Tennessee's got a lot to still figure out. Las Vegas, Washington is an interesting one because JD5 is not playing. Actually no, I think they said there's a chance he plays. To me, I'd take a healthy backup over a iffy Jaden Daniels.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, I think Gino gets the best of that aging veteran Washington defense.
Gino is trash.
Can we really say that though?
Dumpster fire. He is trash, bro.
As of right now, he is playing little booty cheeks. Yup.
He's got 542 passing. Oh, he's got 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions. All right.
Yeah, he's trash,
However,
bro.
I think Ashton Genty can really do some damage to that defense. So we'll see what happens. Next one up is Denver Chargers. I like what the Chargers are doing right now. With that Week 1 win over Kansas City, which was, I think, unexpected to a lot of people. You know what? I think Denver hands the Chargers their first loss of the season. I think Bo Nix has a bounce back game after that Colts game, and he may just ball out and make it not even a close game.
That's what we want.
I mean, of course, it's what we want.
Herbert is
Herbert's
frail.
on his game.
But he's on his game frail, man, and he played the Chiefs. It was a 6-point game. Then he played Geno Smith. They suck. Bo Nix, can he do it?
Is that guy, pal?
I don't know if he can do it, but the Chargers have a lot of work to do.
Sure.
And Herbert has never won a playoff game in his life. I don't think he's that guy. I still don't think he's that guy. I don't care what they start out as. It will be figured. Like, somebody's going to figure them out soon. I do not think it's going to be Denver, though. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be Denver.
Do you think the Chargers improved to 3-0?
I think the Chargers squeak out another win.
Okay.
They do. That's just me, though.
All right. That's fair. Now this game could be a toss-up as well. Seattle, New Orleans. Darnold's showing a little bit of struggles. I don't know who I want in this game. I'm curious to hear your guys' opinion first.
Give me Darnold.
I think
Rattler
Phil's gonna go Darnold too.
If they had a quarterback, it
Yeah.
would be different. They don't have a quarterback, which is where everything starts at. And yeah, give me Darnold. They're going to like New Orleans are going to make mistakes, and Seattle's going to capitalize on it.
Okay.
Pittsburgh made mistakes, and Seattle capitalized on it.
Facts. Okay. Controversial take on this next one. I think Caleb Williams gets his first W of the season against the Dallas Cowboys in that Swiss cheese defense. No?
Oh no. So,
Brother, so you're saying the Giants are a better team than the Bears?
I'm saying Caleb is 31 or 32 quarterback in the league. Like, we're not even looking at
We're each entitled to our own opinions. So
he is not, but they don't have a good team either, so they're not beating Dallas, bro.
everybody said the same thing about the Giants, though.
And they lost.
Everybody said the Giants had no chance in that game.
No, yeah, for sure, but I'll take Russell and his starting O versus Caleb in his start, no.
All right.
Any day of the week. If the Giants played the Bears, I'm taking the Giants.
Okay. All
Caleb
right.
does not have the stuff.
Phil?
Nah, I'm going with the Bears, man. I'm going with the Bears. Yeah, I'm going with the Bears. We don't really have a analogy. I'm going with the Bears.
Okay. We talked about Arizona, San Francisco.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, yep.
Battle of the Booty Cheeks.
Yo, not even a hot take. I don't even know if it's a hot take, man.
Giants take it.
A lot of the circles. Yeah, a lot of the circles. And when I mean circles, guys, I'm not talking of just the regular Twitch people myself. I'm about the who do this for a living, make money off sports betting and sports commentary.
Everybody's leaning the Giants.
They loving the Giants. Yeah, and I got to do my own to see if my research, what I see,
Whoa,
if
whoa,
those
whoa!
teams align with the Sharps. But the Sharps are loving the Giants, y'all.
Breaking news. Time out. Hold on. Let me get there.
I've been going for about 2 hours, man.
Oh shit. The Eagles just signed guard Kenyon Green to the team.
Really?
Okay. Well, the Eagles have some more depth at guard. So sorry, just it popped up on my thing, so I had to bring it up. We'll move forward. Let's go. So Jamar, your take. KC or the Giants?
I got the Giants all the way.
So you think this? Not only did we hand
and
Mahomes his first 3-game losing streak.
The only difference is, like, I hear people say, like, oh, the league doesn't want KC to go 0-3. We don't listen to that. The Giants have a locker room that's very strong, very tight knit.
We're all in agreement.
Which KC does not have.
We're all in agreement.
You got guys on suspension. You got guys that's getting married. You got guys that's hurt. They don't have the stuff right now.
Guys that are suspended.
The Giants have all the stuff because the Giants were counted out against Dallas
and damn near fucking.
And they were supposed to win that game. 25 seconds left. They're up by 3. It didn't happen that way. But going into this game,
Dallas doesn't have Aubrey. That game's over before OT. So
at home, New York Giants, Russell 450 yards moonball to Malik.
I'm sorry. I get it. They're both 0-2, and that's kind of a big game. But at the same time, they're both 0-2. Why the fuck is that the Sunday night game?
It's a trap game, bro. That's why everybody's like, KC can get their first win.
We don't think so. Not today. Now, what is, in my opinion, the game of the week? Detroit, Baltimore. Yeah. I know we've each week so far we've had a new highest scoring game of the year so far. No? You don't think this is gonna be a very high scoring game?
No.
I see this being the highest scoring game of the year so far.
You know why? Detroit didn't do that against Green Bay. They did that against Chicago. Chicago's trash. So now, I'm not saying Baltimore got this stout defense that is unstoppable. They don't make those kind of points and those kind of performances against teams of the Baltimore caliber. You get what I'm saying? Like,
just let up all them points. They let up 41 though.
Against Josh Allen.
Just let up 42.
And against Josh Allen and company. You know what I'm saying? Not against, like, Caleb and DJ Moore and Swift. Nah, I'm not bought into
Baltimore
Detroit
by
hype.
landslide
I feel like they're a shell,
of their
and they've
former
always
selves.
been that. Like, oh, we can put these points against bum players, just like Dallas. When we play someone that's progressing and getting better and staying on assignment and are coached well, Green Bay, what do
They
they
shit the
do?
bed.
They shit the bed every time, and this game is going to show. This game is going to show that Detroit is not who everybody thinks
Not
they
that
are.
guy, pal.
Lamar
They,
and
they're
and Derrick Henry
this is gonna
alone.
be the team. This is gonna be the game that gets
This is the test for
shown
them.
that Detroit is the team that they should have been last year.
This is a potential Super Bowl matchup.
No, it isn't.
I
And no,
like
no,
take
and no,
away any bias. This is
no, no,
a
no, no,
potential
no. And I
Super Bowl
am
matchup.
because right now the juggernauts, according to all the analysts, Green Bay and Philly, Buffalo
champion.
and the Chargers.
Chargers?
Those are the four juggernauts of the league right now, according to all the analysts.
Herbert is not that guy.
I was just about to say Chargers. Yo, who?
I'm
that
just
finicky-
talking.
that-
I'm
that
just
finicky
speaking on what I've
offense.
heard from the people that do this for a fucking living. I know we're trying to do this for a living, but the people that are actually paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to do this shit, their top four right now are Eagles, Green Bay, Buffalo, and the Chargers. So, do I agree? Not necessarily, but they do what they do for a reason at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So-
I mean,
To me, the juggernauts, Philly, Green Bay, probably Buffalo and Baltimore.
Baltimore. Yeah,
I
okay.
think that Buffalo Baltimore game week 1 was more than likely, unless, I mean, again, we haven't seen KC with Worthy, Rice, and Brown all at the same time. But just especially if KC starts off 0-3, I just don't see them recovering from that. So, to me, the definite top four juggernauts right now, and again, people are gonna say, "Oh, well, Philly, Jalen Hurts hasn't thrown for over 200 yards in 2 weeks." Yada yada yada. The guy knows how to fucking win without turning the ball over. So, maybe a little biased, maybe a little not. Being a realistic fan, at the end of the day, if we keep winning the games, that's all that fucking matters. And we've proven that he's 18-0 in his last 18 games that he has started and finished.
That's crazy
So
stat, bro.
it is. It's and I hate to compare him to this guy, but those are Tom Brady fucking numbers at the end of the day. Not stats, but
Oh, yeah.
just in terms of winning and doing the job you were asked to do. Those are Tom Brady numbers. So again, Green Bay, Philly, Baltimore, and Buffalo. That could potentially be the two championship matchups. So obviously we got a long fucking season ahead of us. We're only going into week 3, but at the end of the day, performances speak, and two of those teams are no, 3 of those teams are 2-0. One of them's 1-1, but that 1-1 team lost to one of the teams that's 2-0. So to me, I think those are my juggernauts for the year. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, we got another 15 friggin' weeks of football ahead of us, and I'm here for it. I'm ready. I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel like tomorrow's kind of a shit game, and I think if we did a parlay for the 3 of us, it's gonna be a very, very, very heavy Buffalo Bills parlay. So I think we'll save it for. I don't even want to. I don't even want to do a Sunday night parlay because I don't want to make a parlay that involves the Chiefs and the Giants at both 0-2. So maybe we'll wait for the Monday night game to throw a parlay together, but we'll do something. So anything else y'all want to throw out there before we sign off on this? Because this. Oh my God!
Good show, man.
Said a lot.
So this the NFL pod, Joe. The plan is for us to come back in a few days and do the same thing with the college games.
Yeah,
man.
so
Watch,
be on the
like,
lookout
College
for this
tomorrow and-
this one to come out on the Thursday. Y'all might get lucky and get spoiled with another episode coming off on Saturday with not possibly, but as long as our editor gets it uploaded and whatnot, y'all gonna have 2 episodes this week. Thursday's gonna come out with the NFL episode. Saturday's gonna come out with the college football episode. We're stepping up our game because one episode's not enough to talk about 2 different divisions, if you will, of football. So, and I can tell you right now, I might be doing a lot of talking on the NFL ones. This guy to my top left, he's gonna be doing a lot of talking in the Friday episode because he's the college guy. So, as always, we appreciate y'all's support week in, week out. I know we've had a couple hiccups along the way so far. Again, today, the beginning of the episode's going to be...
Sorry about my internet.
The beginning of this episode's going to be a little
internet.
shoddy again. Throughout the episode, Phil's mic's going to sound a little Maybe he'll go contact his internet service provider and be like, "Yo, can we update up this a little bit? Can we up this a little bit? The podcast is lacking now."
I promise to get everything situated by next week, y'all.
But I can tell you right now, there's no 2 other guys in this world that I'd rather do this with. My brother-in-law, and somehow we're fucking family. His wife and my wife are sisters by marriage, whatever. It's a family thing, my guy. So, again, we love, appreciate, and will always accept your support. Like Phil said, subscribe, share it with your grandma, share it with your uncle, share it with your niece, your nephew, whoever is about that football action. Share it with them. But with that, damn near 2-hour episode, we're going to sign off there. Peace, love, happiness. Hey, make sure you tell someone you love them today. All right? We'll see you on Friday, Saturday, whatever. We're out.
Peace.